Hello. Today I'm going to show you the salad that I'm totally obsessed with. It's not the Cajun, it's not the blackened tofu anymore. I've moved on. It's super close, but it's different because I like to change things up. So today we're going to make a Caesar dressing because I've been doing the ranch and I needed a change, and I'm going to show you how I make it. And then we're going to make the salad, and it's going to have hot stuff on top, which is the tofu and asparagus. It's so incredibly good. So these are cashews that I soaked overnight. And we're going to do, and you can, if you don't have all this is fine because it's extremely forgiving and you can, mix it up a little bit, but this is how I make it. This is some miso. It's mild, and I just put a little bit of that. And I've made this different ways based on what I have on hand. So lemon juice. This is some nooch. I'm on the fence about whether or not I should be eating this, but I have some. So nutritional yeast flakes. So just put a little bit of that in there. A little bit of plant milk. I have almond, so a little bit of almond milk, but you can use soy, whatever you want. And I put a little drop of something sweet. Today we're going to use agave. Okay. And so capers. Most Caesar dressings that you see have capers in them. I never put capers in my Caesar dressing because I don't really like capers. But I heard Dr. Greger talk about how good they are for you. So apparently capers have some compound in them that nothing else has, and he recommends eating them all the time. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna reevaluate the capers. So I got these and I've been making it and it's been really good. So I don't even really taste the capers. So I just put a few of those in. I've got some garlic granules. You can use fresh, but if you do, it'll be stronger. And I've got some lemon pepper. Everything, all these specific things that I use are linked below. I really like this particular brand. And just a little bit of Dijon mustard. Optional, I've made it plenty of times without it. I'll do a little taste test. It's perfect. Okay, so there's that. And we're gonna do tofu and asparagus on top of the cold salad. So, and I like to do the shiitake mushrooms in there too. Gosh, I'm gonna turn this down. I'm trying to make it nice for you. I can't tell if that light is too bright. Sometimes it's too much. Okay, so I got these asparagus. Costco has a good deal on asparagus right now. And the trick to asparagus is you bend it until it snaps, and then it gets that fibrous part that's too hard to chew off. And you just do this with all your asparagus. And it actually, it's better than cutting it. Okay, so I got my asparagus. And we got some tofu that's been in the press, so it's nice and pressed. And I'm just gonna do a little bit. Okay, that's all we do there. And I've gone back to the turmeric twist. This is one of my favorite spice blends. It's so good. It just has wonderful flavor. It's really good on tofu. I also love it on potatoes. I put it in soups. It's like a great all-purpose spice. And so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna put this in the air fryer, and then I'm gonna sprinkle this on it. And then on the asparagus, I'm gonna do a little bit of this garlic granules, some lemon pepper, and some salt. Okay, and we're just gonna put them in the basket all together. And then on the top, a little bit of this spray, and then everything gets nice and crispy. It's so good. And so while you're making your salad, you've got this, oh, and the mushrooms too. I'm gonna put some mushrooms in there. Because before, I was doing it on the skillet, and then there's a mess. With this, there's no mess. It's so awesome. I was using the air fryer before to cook tofu, and I don't know why I switched, but at some point I switched over, and this is way better. So if you don't have an air fryer, you can totally do it in a pan, but this is better, faster, with very little mess to clean up. And this whole meal probably takes 10 to 15 minutes with the cooking, but while this is cooking, we're gonna make the salad. So you don't even notice. So I'm thinking this whole meal is like 10 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna go put these in the basket. Okay, I'm not gonna turn that on while I'm with you because it's loud, so we'll just do pretend that's on. And for our salad, I've got some of this butter lettuce. It's my favorite. I've got some more super greens too, but I think, yeah, I'm just gonna use this today. There's enough. Okay, and then cauliflower. Always put, now my habit is to always use cauliflower and the purple onion because they're full of sulforanes and, well, this has anthocyanins too, and that's really good antioxidants, really good for us. Helps us detox too, all the stuff that we're breathing in our environment and exposed to, really helps. So, speaking of breathing in our environment, I have been going to the gym every day. I love it so much, but they have a lot of fragrance in there. And I'm starting to think it's really gnarly and it triggers my migraines. And they're using like those Glade plug-in things, which basically just pump out carcinogens into your environment. They're really, really bad. Environmental Working Group gives those a terrible rating. But all that synthetic stuff, we really shouldn't be breathing it. Fresh air, like if they want to make the air better, air purifiers, which I know cost more money than that, but it's kind of counterintuitive to be going to the gym to be healthy and then breathing all that toxic stuff in. And I've noticed a difference. I'm kind of addicted to going to the gym, so I'm bummed out about this. I'm actually starting to think, today it was so bad. I've been going every day, and today it was so bad that I thought maybe I need to not do this. So I think I'm gonna go down to like 3 days a week, but also I have weights here, and I have a treadmill here. It's not the same. I'm kind of bummed out about this, but I just can't breathe that stuff in anymore. Not the way not every day. It just sucks that the awareness about these products is so, there's not a lot. Okay, so these guys, I was reading recently that sulforain, which is in the broccoli, and this has it too, or it has a very similar compound, helps you detox the microplastics. I know, this is a really upbeat one, isn't it? It's gonna be upbeat because this salad is amazing. But on a positive note, this stuff helps you detox the microplastics. But even if you're not, we've talked about the tea bags, right? Even if you're not doing the tea bags, you're still getting it. And it's kind of unavoidable. But if you eat stuff like this, it helps your body to manage all that stuff that we're exposed to. I always say just you gotta minimize your exposure as best you can. And then from there, we consume things to help us deal with what we're exposed to. And purple onions are kind of a superfood, and they taste really good. And I also like the texture that it gives the salad too. They have a nice texture. Okay, so let's see, I have some cucumber. So because of where I got this is organic cucumber, but I peel it because I don't know if they've used a peel because of where I got this. So another thing we gotta avoid, it's every time you turn around there's something to avoid, I know, but we can still mitigate like crazy by eating this way. So tell me how you're doing. Do you get hooked on food and eat it all the time? The same thing? I wanna know what you're hooked on. It's just about to be pumpkin time, where I start putting pumpkin in everything because I really love it. It's also really good for you. It's a superfood. The salad's really fun to eat because it has lots of different textures and lots of different flavors going on. Okay, so that's what we got so far. And I'm going to cook up the tofu and asparagus, and I'll be right back. All right, so we got our beautiful salad. This is the stuff in the air fryer. And if you have the kind, I've got a silicone basket in here, and that's why I'm doing it like this, but you can just dump it right on top. I did about 370 for 10 minutes. I usually go 15, but I'm really hungry. And I don't take everything out because I like to come back for seconds, and because I like to come back and get more that's still hot, because I love that contrast of the cold salad and the hot stuff on top. It's really good. Okay, usually I put this on first and then put the stuff on top, and I'm so hungry I'm not even thinking straight. What do you do with these? Do you have a trick? I'm thinking maybe the Vitamix and turn them into a soup, asparagus soup, because I don't want to just throw them away, but they're really too fibrous to eat like that. And the other thing I want to ask you is, if you do like workouts from YouTube, do you have any recommendations for me? Because I want to try that. I've got weights, I've got the ball, I have a treadmill, so I feel like I can do at home, but I'm really loving the workouts. So I'm definitely going to keep that habit. Put a little bit more pepper on top. Oh, it's so pretty. It smells, house smells like a restaurant. It smells so good. And you see how fast that was, right? All right, so I just went and took a picture by the light. And now we're gonna taste. I already know how fabulous it's gonna be because I've been eating it. So good. This stuff is good. And so is everything else on here. I'm gonna go eat my salad. I hope you are doing well. Please let me know. Let me know if you have any recommendations. Definitely try this. I'll see you real soon. Happy healing.